Hello everyone, welcome to Filters of Middle East Edition. I am Debsena, your host. Today's guest is somebody who has scaled teams, businesses, and now drives the next wave of AI-powered marketing innovations across MENA and India. Please say hello to Futuretech's Managing Director, Puja Pannum. Welcome, Puja. Welcome, Puja. It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you, Debs. Great to be here. Great to meet you all, and thank you to the mFilterIt team for hosting this podcast.
Our pleasure. So without further ado, we are going to get into segment 1. The most important topic today's day and age, AI. So everyone in MENA is talking about AI. Every single service product is continuously talking about why AI, how AI. What are your thoughts on that?
So AI is not only a hot topic, but it's the next transformation in our industry.
Absolutely.
And it reminds me back in '99 when I started in the digital industry. Very nascent. I've been very fortunate to work in some of the biggest and brightest companies who were leading digital transformation back in 99s to 2000s.
Yeah.
So we're at an inflection point very similar to that. It's not just a MENA hot topic, global hot topic.
Absolutely.
I was very fortunate enough to attend a global conference led by Ali K. Miller a couple of weeks ago. And you had some of the brightest leaders in the AI industry that were part of this 12-hour conference. So when we look at AI as an organization such as Futuretech, we are developing our own AI programs to ensure that our teams are upskilled for the next current generation here. It's really important for our technology partners that we work with. It's very important for our clients, and equally very important for the industry as a whole that we have organizations that are leading in AI, understand AI, and they understand how AI is going to positively impact their business.
Yeah.
So it's here to stay.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You've got to be onboarded, you have to be learning, and it's going back to the digital transformation era. It's just the new part, it's 2.0.
Absolutely. Like we were discussing some time back, that our industry, marketing and advertising, has always been in the forefront of AI. Whether it was just about bidding algorithms that were smart enough to bid right, or it was about persona building and looking for new audiences out there. So we were always out there. And this new layer is adding to it. And our campaigns are going to get smarter, our tools are going to get smarter. So that helps in many different ways. But what are your takes on AI and creative? Or AI on tools? What would you say there?
So AI has been part of the digital ecosystem since the onset of programmatic media.
Yes.
Right? We think of IBM Watson. It's always been around, but it's evolved. And what it's doing now is enabling creativity, and it's enabling better insights in audience intelligence. So let's start with creativity, where it would take a creative agency up to 2 weeks to create 400 assets in different languages, with different messaging, in different dialects. That work can now be turned around in 48 hours.
Absolutely,
with generative AI.
Yeah.
And when we apply that to audience targeting, it means that we're reaching the right audiences with the right message in a language and image that they understand.
And much faster.
Much faster, much quicker.
Yeah.
What you see in overall ROI and your vanity metrics are higher click-through rates and, reach, better performance on-site performance. But we are also seeing new audiences being reached.
Yeah.
So the incrementality that AI enables is brands are getting new audiences into the funnel.
And not just very quickly.
And we're not just hitting the same audiences as we used to. We used to be increase the frequency count.
Yeah.
Increase it to 5, increase it to 6.
Yeah.
But then you're reaching the same audiences time and time again. The onset of AI means we're able to build similar audiences with an overlap of 50%.
Yeah.
The likelihood of them to convert is very high, and the likelihood of them to be the same audience is pretty high. So it's enabling new audiences coming into the funnel, increasing ROI for an organization, and overall sales for a brand.
Absolutely. So Pooja, this is segment 2 where we talk about dashboards and measuring what matters. What we have seen in our industry is the amount of data being collected is super heavy, right? There's so many data sets available out there. The number of data points that are collected in a single click goes up to 30 now. And you can literally drown in that data. So being at a leadership position yourself, how do you look at dashboards? What does it mean for your business?
Great question. I always have this saying, paralysis by analysis.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is when you are trying to analyze everything.
Yes.
You're paralyzing work that could be done very, very quickly. And you don't need so much data. Data is great. Yeah. But also to analyze all that data can almost go against a brand.
Yeah.
Reason being is you still need human sentiment to understand outputs of data.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, data is great with the deprecation of cookies.
Yeah.
Right? We need more and more first-party data.
Yes.
Okay, but we need to see the right data.
Yeah.
What does right data look like? We know the normal age, demo, male, female, gender, etc. But how can we see if someone shops in a Lulu's, for example, then a Carrefour, how often they go there? What is their purchase behavior? Are they buying the same products every week, or do they buy it once a month? Those are the real gritty data points that you need.
Yes.
Right?
And nobody's willing to share them though.
And this is the problem. This is a challenge. You're seeing retailers now that are providing that sort of data, but very reluctantly.
Yes.
And I understand why. It requires great data governance. It's their secret source. There are shareholders involved as well. So there's lots of implications of sharing revenue data. But if they did share revenue data, it would definitely enhance the data sets, and which means you enhance the targeting.
Yes.
You enhance the targeting, you increase overall ROI, and you increase your audience intelligence.
Yeah.
So, back again, paralysis by analysis. Research the data that matters.
Yeah.
Use the data that matters. You don't need everything. You need to make certain inferences.
So we have been talking to a lot of retail partners, and what we see is they love their own data, right? And they're very reluctant to share with anybody. There are reasons. They think that their competition can use that data to undermine them. There can be cross-contamination of data. For example, if you are M&S and H&M's data is out there, you can easily target that set of customers, which I understand can be a big problem. But at the same time, having all these segregated retail media sets doesn't allow you to have a single look at an audience. Like, I might be doing very basic shopping at Max. I might be buying something a little better from H&M, and then I might be going to an M&S to buy my office wear, and I can also be going to other brands like Zara, etc. And I'm the same customer that is moving around. But to have a unified data set for this customer is literally impossible all over the world.
Yeah.
Until and unless you are Amazon and you see everything that I'm doing, right?
Yeah. And you know, in my past experience, we were running a lot of retail data, but looking at location intelligence.
Yeah.
So seeing a consumer's journey as they move through a mall, you're able to kind of predict their shopping behaviors.
Yes.
Online, it's a little bit more easier, but data sits in silos. Retailer data can be anonymized, so you can't see who that audience is, and it's protected by the data protection laws of this country.
Yes.
It's not just revenue data, you're also protecting that consumer that you've promised that we will not share your data for advertising purposes unless they've consented.
Yeah.
So you get into all sorts of remits of, so retailer data, you know, it is the holy grail when we can match media, retail, and creativity. There are ways that retailers can anonymize that data so they're not exposing their customers and they are protecting their IP.
Yes. The challenge also comes in when you have the same user across these different retailers, but at the same time, where do you upload this data? If you upload it to any of the available SSPs or DSPs rather, you are actually opening your data to be used by other campaigns. And therefore, every retailer here is trying to build their own tech stack so that they can run retail ads on their, and they're becoming the publishers, right?
Yes. So we're seeing organizations such as, you know, MAF. We've seen it with Tesco's globally. We're seeing it with Targets and Walmarts of the world, where they are becoming retail giants, retail data giants. And we see this two ways. One is a monetization of their own inventory on their sites, on their e-com sites. And two is the ability to sell that data into the marketplace.
Yes.
Right? They are becoming the biggest threat to any local website or apps because they have the everyday habits, purchase behavior. You know, looking at retail data, you know from someone who has had 2 children, mum and dad, and suddenly, though that basket is buying Pampers. Or Huggies or whatever brand, nappies. We know just from that data, that little bit of insight, that they're likely to have had another child. So now that family's become a 3.2.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is why retail data is the holy grail to marketing insights.
Yes, it is. It is, and it's expensive. Nobody's sharing it.
Look, you pay for quality. I always say higher CPMs mean you have better data, better targeting, and the right audiences. And ultimately, your returns are going to be a lot higher, and your P&L is going to be looking a lot better.
Yep, it will. So now we get into segment 3. Segment 3 is about consumer trust in the AI era. Right? So privacy laws are evolving. Brands are using a lot of AI. How do you think that this is impacting customer trust end of the day?
Yeah. So when the GDPR came out across Europe, consumers were protected across all of Europe in that their data was protected.
Yes.
And if they wanted their data to be shared, they consented to it for advertising purposes, personalization. There was a value exchange.
Yes.
With AI, there's going to be more and more data that's available. So it's very important that these consent frameworks make it very clear why their data is being exchanged and do they consent for it. If that consent has been provided according to the laws of each country, so the GDPR across Europe, here it's the PDPL. So here it's what?
PDPL.
Okay, so once those, so you have to edit that bit. So the PDPL within the region here, which also applies to Saudi Arabia, means that our citizens, residents of the UAE are protected. Now, from the UAE government, the stand is that they are making huge efforts for consumer protection, data protection, but also evolving technologies as well. So, they've got a stand on this locally here, and we are seeing the UAE government, sorry, I need to scrap that.
No worries. Just one second. Whenever she wants to redo, just say, something, right? So then what we'll do is we'll cut to you and then we'll go back to her.
Okay. So when we look at the UAE law of DPDL, PDPL. Can you just put it up? PDPL. When we are looking, when we are looking at the laws of PDPL within the UAE, it's also applying across Saudi Arabia.
Correct.
The UAE are constantly evolving in their data laws with the onset of emerging and new technologies in AI. So we're well protected. Now, when it comes to consent frameworks, brands need to make it very clear as to why that data is being asked. Do they consent for their data to be used for advertising purposes? And what will it be used for?
Yeah.
Instead of having these lots of hundreds of terms and conditions, sometimes you'll go to a website and you've got to scroll down and there's like 50 terms and conditions and then you press consent.
Yeah.
We're not going to go through 50 terms and conditions or 20 terms and conditions.
True.
5 terms and conditions, which a consumer can see very clearly. There is clarity on what is going to be used, why it's going to be used.
Yeah.
So ultimately, why is data being used? It's used for personalization. It's used for future-proofing an own business. You understand where a consumer is in their life cycle at that point, and you know where they will be in the next 5 years. So again, with consent frameworks, they need to be clear. They need to provide value of why that's being used, why their data is being used, and we want to have a personal experience for consumers.
But when does personalization becomes an intrusion? It does.
It does.
Sometimes you look at your phone and you're like, how do they know this?
Yeah, it does. And, I receive from 5 o'clock onwards, outside of media, I'm not kidding you, around 10 calls from a real estate agent every day.
Yeah.
And, I wonder, how did they get my information?
Yeah.
How did they get my information? And it's because we sign up for certain websites and we don't read the terms and conditions because we just want to get to that website and purchase something, or we want to go to a real estate company and we just want to look at an offer. And to get to that offer, we've had to sign up their terms and conditions, but that means we've exposed ourselves and our telephone number and our email addresses to hundreds of other agents.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, it's about having that clarity of where that data is being used and who is using it. For me, that's intrusion.
Yeah.
Personalization is when I go to one of my favorite websites, for example, would be Unas.
Yeah.
I love Unas as a brand. I'm not promoting their brand, but it's a great website in terms of they have my history. They are sending me emails of new brands that have been launched.
Yeah.
And they use my data in a really intelligent way that they know me.
Yeah.
They know my shopping habits.
Yeah.
They know the brands that I like to purchase.
Yeah.
They send me promotional codes.
Yeah.
So that's a personalized use of data.
Yeah.
Intrusion is when my data is being sold to another party that I wasn't aware of because I didn't have time to read through 25 terms and conditions.
Absolutely. I agree. So this segment, we are on segment 4, and what we are going to talk about is teams, talent transformation under your leadership. You have managed some large teams over the years here. What have you seen? What has changed in the region? What is changing now with AI? Can you just talk to us about?
Yeah, I love this question.
Yeah.
Because I have managed many sales teams in the region here in the UK, in past lives in the UK, and I've seen a massive transformation in terms of what do sales teams look like now and what they used to look like.
Yeah.
So in the 2000s, what were sales teams doing? They were just selling impressions. It was just impressions. It wasn't even clicks.
Yeah.
Just impressions. So you'd have a booking order, you'd have 1 million impressions, and 500,000 impressions were given as FOC.
Yeah.
Right? Just to get a deal in.
Yeah.
There wasn't even an element of creativity. Ads used to be hard-coded into websites. Big
True.
global websites were hard-coded.
Yeah.
The MSNs, the AOLs. And then we started seeing the onset of ad servers.
Yes.
Right, that enabled rotation of creative.
Yeah.
Expandable creatives was a big thing, so you hovered on a creative and expandable. From a sales team's perspective, 15 years ago, they did not need to know anything beyond CTR and impression. They really didn't.
Yeah.
And then it became programmatic.
Yeah.
Suddenly, new words, new acronyms, new technologies, they had to relearn.
They did.
What is biddable media? How does it work? How does a DSP, DMP, SSP all stitch together? So they're relearning again.
Yeah.
Now we're looking at AI.
Yeah.
So this is the next phase of their careers. And from a team building perspective, what we've done at Futuretech is, I mentioned we have an initiative. Every month we have a segment of AI. It's led by our creative teams across Nigeria and South Africa. And it's imperative that each one of our team members around the world spend 10 minutes a day on any AI platform, any AI tool to upskill very quickly. What we're doing as a Futuretech perspective is evaluating tools to help our business to optimize our operations, optimize efficiencies, and really make working at Futuretech a lot faster.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to.
We have to. We have to be fast.
Yeah.
We have to be frictionless.
Yeah.
And we're at a point where we are evaluating our teams.
Yeah.
We are at a point where we are evaluating our tech stack and looking at new tools to bring in the business to improve efficiencies, operations. And so we are bringing in tools. So let me start that again.
Yeah.
So we are currently, as we speak, we are evaluating tools to increase efficiencies in our business.
Lovely.
For salespeople, for operations, and for creative.
Lovely. So if you are going to be hiring in the region, what is that one specific thing that you're looking at from the AI perspective, or certain talent that you're looking at that would be mandatory for you to hire?
Yeah.
In sales.
Yeah, thanks. It used to be that you could hire a salesperson from offline and you'll train them up to online. It's not the case anymore. You would only ever look at salespeople, anyone in the business that has pure digital experience.
True.
The transformation from offline to online or AI now is there's just a huge gap.
Yeah.
So when we look at hiring talent, we look at people and individuals that have been in the digital industry for a while. They are self-learning. Self-learning is very important. You know, I've been in this industry now this year for 27 years in September.
Yeah.
It's 27 years since I started working in digital.
Wow.
And for me, learning happens in the evening.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
And we're constantly life learners in our industry. So we're looking at those people who not only want to learn, but we look at hiring people who are lifelong learners in themselves, have grit, and are adaptable. It's very important to have an adaptable mindset.
Yeah.
If we want to move well into the next phase of transformation within our industry. And we talk about AI taking jobs, and that's not the case. People who know AI, they are the ones that will take over the jobs. It's not going to be AI taking over it. And in our industry, people need to understand this. Companies don't have time to train up individuals.
Yeah.
This is a lifelong learning now.
But you have to be agile.
Yeah.
You have to be agile in your mindset in any profession now. You have to adapt to the new tech.
Yeah, and it means not only learning from academies and courses, it's about attending the right networks. It's about having the right people around you. And there is nothing wrong with reaching out to an AI expert across your social platforms and say, I'd love to have half an hour with you.
Yeah.
Right? I'd love to have half an hour with you. Can we chat?
Agreed.
Attending the right courses. Not everything costs money.
Yeah.
There's about 50 to 60 courses that are free.
Yeah.
We looked at LinkedIn, we looked at Google, we look at Meta's courses. They're all free.
True.
So I have tasked my teams at Futuretech that they have to spend 10 minutes a day on tools and platforms and come with their suggestions.
Lovely, lovely. So we are now going to segment 5. In this segment, I would like to ask you about leadership. We are at a point where every management is thinking what will happen in the next 5 years. How are you discussing that? How are you preparing for the next 5 years?
Leadership used to be about having a 5-year plan. It's no longer the case. It's a 12-month plan, it's a 24-month plan, it's a 36-month plan. And from a perspective of leadership, what is your ultimate role? Your ultimate role is to drive the company forward.
Yeah.
Your ultimate role is to ensure that the people you are hiring, the people that are in the business, are fulfilled, satisfied, and they're working towards those 12-month goals, those 24-month goals, and 36-month goals.
Yeah.
With the onset of new technologies, with the onset of AI, it means that we're going to have to really fast track what was a 24, it means 12.
Yes.
Right, so we are constantly learning at Futuretech. We have leadership summits that we attend every year. We have monthly board meetings with all leadership, and within these board meetings, what is discussed is the new technologies that we are onboarding, training for our teams, our monthly hands-on sessions.
Yeah.
What happens in those hands-on sessions is each marketplace will showcase the campaigns for every month. They will showcase some of the great work that they're doing with brands. They will showcase new technologies, or no, that's not. So within that monthly session, when we have an all hands, each marketplace will showcase their current campaigns that are running, performance, why that performance is so high, new learnings from campaigns. We will discuss new platforms that we have started to bring into marketplaces. We will do product training, and we will also have a star of the week.
Yeah.
So that's what leadership is about, is highlighting the great stars in our company that are helping us drive those 12-month goals for our business.
There are too many tech disruptions that are coming up as we speak. You are right in saying that anything that was a 24-month plan is now a 12-month plan, maybe 6 months in some cases. And because go-to-market has become so much quicker than it used to be, I think everything is very, very fast paced right now. And I agree with you, to foresee what's the next disruption coming is going to be very difficult. We don't know where is it coming from. I think we have to be prepared in every way possible, be motivated, and be open to, embrace those changes.
Yeah, we are very aware of new technological advances across the US, European markets, India and Asia, across Africa region.
Yeah.
That's in our periphery.
Yeah.
but we stay focused on the products that we have. The products, platforms, and people are what we need to develop to move forward.
Yes.
While our peripheral vision means we know new tech that we need to bring in.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
That new tech that we're bringing in, we are already future-proofing our business.
Yeah.
So very recently, we have just acquired a technology platform that enables multimedia buying, optimization, creative uploading, reporting in one view.
Oh, nice.
And imagine from a planning perspective, that's golden. We're not working in silo. We're not activating a social campaign and the DSP campaign and then a CTV campaign in separate dashboards, but we have one view. That's been powered by AI. So all you need to do as a user, as an operator, is I want to build a plan to reach females within the UAE, in downtown Dubai, who are interested in luxury. That just needs to go into the tool, and the output of that is a media plan across various different platforms that you've chosen. Start, end date, and all you need to do then is upload the creative.
Very interesting. What's the name of this platform?
Adtech.
Oh, nice. That's a very good acquisition.
Yeah, it's very good. We're future-proofing ourselves, we're future-proofing our customers, the co-holding groups that we work with, as well as our own business, as well as how we're now running media campaigns. You know, our operators have 2 or 3 systems that they're working in silo.
Yeah, true that. So this is more like a unification of all the silos that you're working.
It's a unification of media platforms and having one view of a campaign.
Lovely. It's a nice acquisition.
You're building efficiencies in the business. We're able to do DCO in here. And the reporting then means it's one touch of a button and all your reporting across all those channels is done very, very quickly.
Yeah, cool. Nice. Puja, we are going to segment 6, and this is a fun segment. I want you to explain to me, like I'm a 5-year-old, what AI do in marketing.
Okay, let's think of a great example. You're a 5-year-old. Okay, I've got one for you. You're a 5-year-old and you've just walked into a toy shop. Right? Okay. And the toy shop, a shopkeeper knows, or you've gone in to buy some Hot Wheels, the car Hot Wheels, you're a car fan. And what the AI has done is they know that you like cars, and it's collected all the cars in the shop, in the toy shop, and it's shown you all the cars available to you. And then you thought, actually, I could get the similar car for half the price. So I'm going to buy that. So what the AI has enabled you to do is give on product recommendations and give you a choice based on price as well. It could be based on color. It could be based on size. So for a 5-year-old, I hope that's answered your question, Debs.
Yes, it did. It did. I would have loved AI to be there when I was a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
So Puja, segment 7 is all about confessions. In this particular segment, I would like to understand from you, what is that one tech and marketing myth that you believed before and now it's no longer true?
Okay, there's quite a few of them actually, but let me focus on 2. The first is the metaverse, and the second is those KPIs that brands look for. Let's start with the metaverse first. When the metaverse exploded, it was pandemic, if you remember.
Yes.
And there was a big, focus on the metaverse is going to be the latest bit of tech, and people will be buying on the metaverse. So brands were going to be selling luxury handbags in the metaverse. So you could have a virtual Gucci or LV or a Prada.
People went crazy.
Now, what happened with Meta? What happened with the metaverse is, as soon as the pandemic subsided and it was over, so did the metaverse. It's not realistic that people are going to buy headsets for $200 and exchange buy in the metaverse. It just isn't. And when we look at what the internet did, the internet allowed people from all over the globe, whether they were living in cities, whether they were living in villages, remote villages, across some of the emerging marketplaces, it enabled the democratization of information and education.
Yeah.
What the metaverse is going to do, or would have done, is the opposite. To be part of a metaverse, you need to have the right equipment, the right technology, and that's not available to everyone. I mean, who can spend $200?
Expensive, yeah.
Well, you just can't spend $200. Where a smartphone you can get for $5.
Yeah.
Internet is so cheap, right?
Yes.
In many emerging marketplaces, and it meant that everyone had access to information and education and very similar opportunities. The metaverse did not enable that.
Yeah, metaverse was not for everyone.
No, but at the same time, Facebook changed the name to Meta.
Yeah.
It was exactly at the same time.
Yes.
Billions was pumped into the metaverse.
Oh, yes.
So that has very quickly died, as quick as it started.
It did.
But my son, on the other hand, I have a 14-year-old son. He is all about VR. He fights. He has boxing matches on VR. It's quite funny to see it. Right.
Yeah, but it is a very expensive equipment to have.
Yeah.
And meant for a group of people only. It's not for everyone.
It is. And we see, these AI or these VR sets being used in the medical and healthcare field. Personally, and this is personal, I wouldn't want a surgeon to be sitting somewhere else and I have a robot doing surgery on me, and I'm not sure how many people would want that. So a lot of it is great in terms of what the future could potentially look like, but it does mean that we are moving at the opposite of what the internet enabled us to do with smartphones. I hope that answered that question on
Yes,
tech.
it did.
Okay. Now, when it comes to campaign performance and metrics, what does a brand look out for is the impressions, the reach, CTR, CPV.
Yeah.
But that doesn't tell you the whole story at all. It's very top level. And we need to delve deeper to really understand, did our media campaign hit the business KPIs? And the business KPIs being attention scores, BLSs, share of voice. Did our media campaign increase a share of voice on the
any brand
audiences?
uplift?
Brand uplift, BLSs, that's what they're all there for. So we're seeing more and more of our campaigns, and when we are buying media, we run BLSs to look at uplift. We provide incrementality on the impact of AI in our platforms.
Yeah.
And how many incremental audiences were we able to reach with the impact of AI across our DSPs that we use. So
the outlook has changed.
The outlook has changed totally. And we work with global brands, we work with local brands, and it's the same conversation we are having every day, day in, day out, is your vanity metrics are great, but we really need to look at the business impact of these media campaigns that you're running. And you're running in millions and millions of dollars. That has to show an increased share of voice. It has to show a brand uplift and overall sales.
So Puja, this is something that we have noticed very much in the market, where even awareness campaigns have got certain performance indicators that are attached to it. Earlier it used to be, here's my PO, get me impression clicks. Now it has changed a bit, wherein there are some KPIs attached even to those.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about a case study actually. We ran a campaign last year. It's for one of the global CPG brands in this region, and it was for a hand wash brand, anti-bac hand wash brand. The hypothesis of this campaign was, if we as an operator, as an ops person, optimize towards attention rather than click-through rate, there will be an increased brand lift over and above click-through rate.
Yes.
So the setup was A/B testing. So one line was optimizing towards CTR, other line item optimizing towards attention. Attention is measured via Lumen Technologies. So we measure that attention from there. The end of campaign, the results were incredible in that the line item that was
Attention.
optimizing towards attention had an 11-point increase in attention over and above the line item that was running for click-through rate.
It does matter.
Now, how do you increase that attention? Is one, you've got to get the targeting right. You've got to be optimizing towards the attention and having the right creative as well.
Yeah.
So we know when you optimize towards attention, your overall brand lift is going to be higher, meeting and hitting those business goals for organizations.
Yeah. Lovely. That was a very interesting answer, as well as the case study that you discussed. Do share it with us. We would love to see it.
We have it all across our website. So our LinkedIn post, it's a case study that we are very, very proud of. And there's lots of learnings from that.
Lovely. Lovely. So Puja, segment 8, this is a challenge question for you. If I give you $5 million today, what would you build starting tomorrow? No decks, no pitches, just go build. Yeah. What is that one product, service that you want to build tomorrow?
What I will build with that investment is a platform for females to improve health outcomes for themselves as they progress and move on in their life cycle, from being a teenage girl to a young adult female to becoming a mother, and someone who then hits the ages of 40 and above. And the reason being is there is such little awareness of the impact of females and the hormones and how they change throughout their life.
Yes.
And this includes education on supplements and health care, bone density, going through their monthly cycles, going through depression, and treatment available out there for non-medical treatment, well-being treatment. It's a platform that's really required. It serves 50% of this planet. It's across the internet, so it's going to be available for anyone. It will be available, it will reach half this planet, 50% of the population, and it's needed. There are so many questions from women about what happens when I reach pregnancy. How do my hormones change?
Yeah.
What happens when I reach menopausal ages or perimenopause? Is a conversation that women don't have because the information is not there. And doctors and nurses and medical professions are not available to everyone. So I would build a platform where it's accessible for women all around the world, and eventually it becomes multilingual. Providing services, information and products to half of our population in the world.
It's a beautiful idea, and you have really thought through. Why not do something about it?
I've started to explore it. And it's in testing. But when you're going to set up a business, you want to be able to target as many people as possible.
Yeah.
And how do you target many people as possible? Is suddenly half that population, females around the world. So you've now got 50% of global populations. So I would rather go big than go niche.
Yeah.
Because niche it's great, but it's not scalable. I'd rather build a scalable product.
So now female-related health research has actually picked up pace. Everybody's talking about it, and there's a huge scope out there. There's so many things to be built. I'm sure if you actually put your time behind it, you'll come up with some very big success story in the region.
Thank you. I really do hope so. And we see it with my friends who've got teenage daughters, and they have so many questions about their daughters, and what's going to happen to them, and how do they help them in their journey through their teenage years. So there's so many questions out there, and we really believe that we have all the answers, and research is changing every single day, and there's new and new insights that are coming out about female health. It's an area that definitely needs to have more investment in, and we need more entrepreneurs to focus on this area.
There you go. You should.
There you are.
Lovely. So now we go to a fun segment 9. It's a rapid fire round where I give you one word. Please tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. You have 1 second to answer.
Okay.
Do not think about it. You can say pass if you don't want to answer. That's okay.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's fire.
Futuretech.
Innovation.
AI.
Future.
Trust.
Always.
Creativity.
Imperative.
Leadership.
Empowerment.
Data.
Paralysis.
India.
Me.
UAE.
Home.
Privacy.
Imperative.
Growth.
Always on.
That's about it. What is that one thing that you would be like to be remembered for? It can be on a leadership side, it can be on a product side. How would you be like to be remembered?
So I've been here a long time in the industry. Some people have already retired, being, usually it's 25 years. I've done 27 years this year. And I've led incredible organizations. I've led some fantastic people. What I want to be able to, what I would like is for anyone that I have worked with, anyone that I have led or been their manager, is that they thrive, they have learnt from me, they have adopted a growth mindset, and they don't give up. My job as a leader is to help grow their careers, and we always want anyone that we were leading to be above us one day. So
lovely. That's
leadership for me. What makes me the most happiest is to see anyone that I used to lead grow and outperform anything that I ever did. So I wish that with all my people that I have ever led and I'm leading at the moment.
That's a beautiful way to end this episode. All of us who know you, we know that this is the Puja. You have always hoped to best for everybody, We always talk about it, even in our groups. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Debs. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you very much. Thank you for the Infiltrate teams. Lovely interview, lovely podcast. Really enjoyed it. And I wish you all the best and a great collaboration with Futuretech.
Thank you. Sell AI to a marketeer who still trusts billboards.
Okay, that's fantastic. Great one, Debs. So what I would say to that marketeer is, imagine your billboard is able to talk to the customer who's just walked past them and tell them there's a special offer on. And that AI within that billboard is able to recognize that that's a target audience. So that's how I would sell it. But billboard and AI, no.
There are some though now.
Really?
Yeah. So basically, there are car companies that can look at your car. So Mini ran an ad. Every time they would see a Mini, it would recognize with some code it is a Mini and who is the owner of it, and the billboard will go saying thank you to that person.
Oh wow!
Right?
So it recognizes
and it's
the
such
number plate.
Acknowledgement and very public acknowledgement. So people loved it, and I believe the campaign was in UK.
That's fantastic. I love that idea. It's taking personalization to another level.
Exactly.
And I can imagine that all these Mini drivers were probably driving past that one or two particular billboard just to get that personal message.
Yeah, personal message as well as the recognition.
Yeah.
That they're thankful, right?
Yeah.
So very interesting.
I like that.
Yeah.
But a billboard and AI, that marketer needs to move on.
True that. Just adding to it, it's coming. Billboard with AI is coming to every single, shopping malls, to all these supermarkets.
There's a question in that. In what does privacy look like then?
It won't
Because it will.
There is none right now, Puja.
Yeah, there's no privacy in there.
Every aisle has got 10 cameras.
You're diverging now. It's
Yeah.
too personal.
Yeah.
Let's go
So
there.
yeah. Here's another question for you. Explain AI bias using a football analogy.
Oh, okay. So imagine you had a team, and in this team was a coach's son. And the coach's son he was good. He wasn't great. So when this team came to the World Cup and they were all picked, that coach's son was also picked. It's a bias. Equally, when it comes to the world of AI, how AI is built and learns is from the input of humans. So we've always got to ensure that when we are inputting data into any AI platform, any AI tool we're using, that it's unbiased.
Yes.
So yeah, that football coach son is
A biased output.
It's a biased decision.
Okay, let's try a tongue twister. Yeah.
Yep.
Puja's powerful predictive platform prove purpose-driven performance.
Debs, you've lost me already, right?
Puja's powerful predictive platforms prove purpose-driven performance.
Puja's powerful
Predictive
platform.
prove.
I've got a brain cell like a fish today. This isn't working. How many words are in there with P? About 10.
Yeah,
Yeah, come on. So Puja's powerful predictive platform purposely P. No idea. I can't do it. Puja's platform performance powerful. I don't know.
Puja's powerful predictive platforms
Puja's powerful predictive platforms
prove
prove
purpose-driven performance.
purpose-driven performance.
Now say it 5 times.
Oh, forget it.